It will test your relationship.
Yes, it will. You'll be defeated. Hell, you might end up in divorce, is what he says.
Oh my gosh. Some people definitely do it for a while and they're like, I'm done. It's better if you're not a clean freak. I've seen them, usually women, but men too. When is this going to be fun? RV life sucks.
Yeah, it can be a little overwhelming at times. It all sounds so dreamy. It's going on the road and, going on these epic adventures, and that's what you have in mind. Well, what you don't think about are the challenges you're going to have. Are you a happy or a sad camper?
Let's find out. Here are 8 RV life tips you should know from over 60-year plus veteran RVers. How many of these do you know? Starting to sprinkle, so we better hurry up.
Yeah.
Guess where we are?
Charleston, South Carolina.
It's like a second home for you, right?
It is. It's a second home. I spent many years here. This is where my family is, so I do come here to visit a lot. So if you see my blue Jeep, say hello, please.
So we are here for a good chunk of May.
Yes.
Actually.
Yes.
So a bunch to talk about in this video, plus a chance to meet up here
a meetup
as well.
Yay.
If you are in the South Carolina area or might be sometime during May, we'll give you all those details as well.
Or if you're further away, you can drive in too.
Right, and this is such a cool place.
It really is. The history here, it's such a unique place. I love it.
Yeah, so many cool things to see and do, which we've done over the years, and we've shared some videos out there. And we did take a break last Sunday on the video, but we did some freaking awesome things.
Yes, we did. We flew out to Arizona for a wedding of some really close family members of ours that we love dearly, and it was beautiful.
Right, out in the Red Rocks of Sedona. But before that, we went to the largest ghost town in America, Jerome, Arizona, and stayed at, this was a bucket list item.
Yes, it was, staying in the haunted hotel.
Yeah, the Jerome Grand Hotel, which was freaking scary, but freaking awesome.
What? Mind blown? Yeah.
We did get proof of ghosts.
We got some crazy stuff. We can't wait to edit that
Cannot wait to share that with you.
Are you with Mark right now? Yeah? Hey Paul, if you're there, you mind saying hello real quick? I'd really appreciate it. Hi. How are you doing today?
I think he just made believers out of us.
I know, I think so.
That was, those kinds of adventure videos take a lot more editing. They do take longer to present those for you guys.
Yes.
So, but we can't wait. We have a lot of those coming up, so subscribe if you are new here.
Thank you for subscribing.
So several awesome things to talk about in this video. First off, it's camping season here, or almost. This is 8 RV life tips you should know from over 60-year plus veteran RVers, and how to be a happy camper.
Are you a happy camper?
We've got some great advice to share with you, but May is also Mental Health Awareness Month.
Yes, yes.
And what a great time to talk about people that are struggling.
Yes. Well, I'm finding that there's so many more people that have PTSD and they don't even know it. I created a test so people can take it and find out, well, you struggle with anxiety, maybe a little depression, maybe some negative thoughts. Take this test and it may open your eyes.
Right, free test, the link is down below. So you might be struggling but not realize what it is.
Yes.
And you've been helping people for a while now, and a lot of people didn't realize that they had that. And that's what happened for me. You treated me last week while we were on vacation, finally got a chance to slow down.
He's Mr. Calm, cool, and collected, but he has a little anxiety, so I did the program on him, and huge difference.
Well, my biggest notice is traveling has zero stress. I had 2 flights coming back, going through airports, and no stress.
Me neither.
But I also had to move the RV 250 miles by myself.
And pulling in the dark.
Yes, that was a big thing. Pulling into the campground at night, in the dark, no help for spotting.
I know.
You were already here.
Yeah.
And I had zero stress, which
It's
is
huge.
a big one.
Yes.
Actually, I would say from someone not coming from myself thinking I had full PTSD, but just regular things that have added up.
Just life events like a divorce or a stressful business that you owned, you know, and it adds up. The anxiety, men do not express their emotions, and that's what we've been taught not to do, even females, but more so men. So there's so many people that don't even realize how much you've trapped all this emotion in your body and how it exhibits itself.
Right.
So
and
raising awareness is huge. So yeah, take this test and
take
see.
the test and then get some help. And you have some limited appointments.
I do. I have treated 9 people so far and freed them of PTSD. 9.
Yeah,
9.
that's really awesome. Plus, we have others that are doing this as well. There'll
Yes.
be other resources as well. We can't wait to share that below. But hey, let's talk about the meetup.
Oh, let's talk
here.
about the meetup.
Saturday, May 21st. Where are we right now?
At Marion Square, right off of King Street, and I believe the other side is Meeting Street. So it's sandwiched in between. We're looking at the old Citadel building over here. So we'll show you an image of that, but it's next to the Francis Marion Hotel.
Yeah, we'll give you a kind of a panoramic at the end of the video.
But
here.
we've picked this tree.
Yeah, right
to
across
meet.
from the old Citadel.
Right, I'm looking across at the flag.
We'll carve our names in here.
No.
Just kidding.
We joked about it.
We're not going to do that. We'll put a geocache here. Yeah. No, that's okay. But anyway, we're going to meet at 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock. There's a farmer's market here that Saturday, and we thought, what a great time to come and enjoy this farmer's market. If you want to roam around Charleston and meet back here around 1 o'clock, would be perfect.
Yeah, we'll hang out, get a chance to get pictures together, see what your travel plans are.
Are you going to bring the world's largest selfie stick?
Oh, maybe. Just maybe.
You know he will. He loves that thing. He is proud of his stick. It's long.
Yeah, and if you missed a stick in action, check out our last video. It does more than take selfies.
Yeah, it does.
So we hope you can join us here. And we're not going to be alone at this meetup either.
No, we have a special guest, and you may recognize him.
What's up, guys?
It's Logan!
Hey!
Yay!
So many people have been asking about Logan.
Yes, we've done some updates, but some of you have missed it, but yes, here he is. And so
Here I
he's
am.
going to be at the meetup to see you guys.
Right, and you are also taking clients as well.
Yes, he just finished his training course and is now taking clients as well.
It's like the mother and son team here, right? Making a huge difference for people.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
That's right.
So make sure you join us in Charleston.
Yeah, we'll see you there.
See you there.
And now here are 8 RV life tips you should know from over 60-year plus veteran RVers. How many of these do you know? We're still in the Lippard podcast booth.
It's so
thing
cool. It is
here.
so cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
We want one of our own.
Right. Can the Jeep pull this?
That's what we've been wondering.
Right. And we're still at the Florida RV Super Show here in Tampa.
It is epic.
Which has been so much fun. And
Yes.
we met so many fun, cool people
So
today.
many. Wow. I'm blown away.
Yeah. Our voices are a little bit...
A little rough.
Yeah, roughened
Yeah.
up after this. And I know a lot of you are thinking about this lifestyle or you've just started. What are some of those posts on the full-time RV Facebook groups? They've just started full-time RV living and they post, when is this going to be fun?
Yeah, because when you go out there, there's the learning curve. It's just huge. And it continues, actually. But initially, it can be overwhelming.
Right, totally. And so I saw a post a few months ago and I just copied this post and we're going to add our own to it. But I have to thank Thomas Goodman And this was posted on Full-Time RV Living on Facebook. And this is RV life advice for 2022. We all want to be happy campers,
Yes,
right?
we do. Yes.
And this will help all of you both thinking about the lifestyle, but also those that have been in it for a long time. You'll get a lot out of this. So Thomas starts out with, many people ask if RV life is for them. My wife and I are successful campers and RVers. My observations over the last 60 plus years gives me insight as to what makes a happy camper.
Yeah, and number one is a never quit attitude. No matter your experience or ability, if you don't quit, you'll meet every challenge. And RVing is a series of challenges. That I would have to agree with.
Thomas has watched some of our videos.
Yeah,
right?
he's seen we have plenty of challenges. And it is about being flexible and accepting those challenges. And it is true, challenges do make you stronger. And this has a way of, bringing that all together.
I'm thinking of a famous coach for the Green Bay Packers. Now I don't remember his name, but somebody said, commented how the Packers had lost the game, and he said, we didn't quit, we just ran out of time. And I think that's so fitting, because if you never give up, you will eventually meet your goal.
Right.
So things can get difficult, and these challenges can stack on top of each other. You have a tire blowout, something else breaks, and then you just think, RV life sucks.
Yeah, it can be a little overwhelming at times, but meeting those challenges and overcoming them, there's lessons in all of that. So there's a lot of growth within these challenges.
Right. I think you were just referring to this before we started recording.
Yes.
About this is a RV living full time is a great personal growth development tool.
It really is. I can't emphasize that enough. There has been a lot of growth.
That's funny. Cheers.
Yeah, we're going to cheers to that.
Cheers.
Cheers. With our plastic cups.
This is water. We don't have wine. I know. What's wrong here? Lippert, where's the wine? Okay, I will take number 2.
Okay.
You either have to have a money reserve for repairs or be a bit of a MacGyver. I prefer repairing things myself, not because it's cheaper, though that is a factor, but because I don't have to wait for service. Plus, there is satisfaction of meeting the challenge. That is so true.
That is so true. Yes. And we don't have a lot of time to be messing around with repairs and stuff. So we do hire that out.
Most
frequently.
of it,
Yeah.
right. I do some basic things myself, and I've learned how to do a few items, but yeah, really, while we're trying to get other things done,
right,
we're going to call an RV tech.
Absolutely.
And
it's great advice to either have the money reserved so you can call in somebody for the repairs, or learn how to do it yourself, because there will be repairs needed.
Right, and if you're out boondocking somewhere and you don't have access to a tech right away, there are some things you're going to have to do, or you're going to get by without.
Right.
And we are still getting by without a working microwave right
3
now.
3 weeks or more now. It's driving me crazy.
Right, but we do actually have an RV tech showing up tomorrow.
so, out here at the campground.
So funny.
Fairgrounds.
Yeah, the huge RV show, there's probably hundreds and hundreds of techs here.
Yes.
But not a microwave to be found.
No.
So they had to order the microwave to be shipped in here.
We've seen some inside of the RVs that you can tour here. We're like, oh, can we have that microwave?
Yeah, Grand Design won't miss that, right? If we just take that RV
I'm
out
sure
of
they
that.
would just give us one, right?
So anyway, yeah, so you can be both. If you're a handyman, great.
Yes.
That's
a huge plus. Yeah.
If you can't do it, there are techs out there, and you might, have to, just open up your wallet a little bit. But what was really cool? We met Dave and Beverly yesterday separately, but Beverly was having issues with, you know, her batteries in her camper, and she's disabled. She's a vet.
She's wheelchair.
And
yeah, so she needed some help.
Right. And so Dave, just from our little meeting together, offered to help. That was super cool. That was awesome of you, Dave.
Yes, we really appreciate it. And we love the idea that we have brought people together that are able to help each other. And it's just such a beautiful community.
Right, exactly. So you can ask for help, you know, when you need help like that.
And RVers, they have such huge hearts, and
they do,
are very willing and able to help. Then they'll be there. It's just a great community.
Speaking of these RV Facebook groups, we've seen people post for help.
Yes,
they'll say, "We're camping here. This happened.
This happened."
And then
all the suggestions, or people like, "Oh, I'm just 30 minutes away. I can come help you." And it's just amazing.
Yeah, so I think we should cheers again to the amazing
community,
RV life community out there.
Number 3 of what makes a happy camper, he says that you love challenges. When you break down hard with engine or transmission failure, a person can get very depressed or angry and take the rest of the crew down. An RVer says, "We knew it could happen. We have a plan, and we are now in the beginning of a future RV story you'll tell all your RV buddies at the fire." This is so accurate.
Yes, totally.
It's like when you're sitting around a campfire with other RVers, everybody loves to talk about their challenges. And how many people have come up to you today, and actually in this past week, multiple have said, "Thank you for sharing that video of RV Crush's truck." Because he's like, "I've always remembered that video, and it saved me, and I always now remember to do the tug test."
Right. In the moment, I was so embarrassed. We waited months to release that video. And I was so sketchy with like, ooh, I don't want to put that out there.
And you've taken a lot of heat around that too. Like, oh, didn't you know better? Who does that? Well,
you're an idiot.
I know, right? But we got so many comments of people saying, "Oh, I've done that too. I've done that too. I've done that too."
And so many people at the show here, but also online, saying, "Right, I always do a tug test now," and so we've saved
1 million truck beds across the world.
Right.
Tom is saving truck beds.
And this is part of, I think, flipping the switch on what is a bad experience when you're in the moment of something bad happening, and saying, around the campfire next week, next month, we're going to be laughing about this experience.
Well, you know what impressed me the first time we had a big challenge, it was a tire blowout, and it was in Florida. And it was our very first one years ago, and we were just starting YouTube. And, instead of being stressed and upset, angry, whatever, I mean, you took it in stride, pulled the camera out, we were recording, and it's just like, it's a challenge, and it's just what it is, and you just deal with it.
Yeah, you really have to expect there to be challenges.
Absolutely.
And, I mean, regular life has challenges. Maybe RV living full-time has
a little more.
Has a few more, and they're certainly different. But, you are dragging your house around on wheels, and lots of things are going to break. Things are going to happen. Campgrounds are going to have your reservations lost. Right. You won't be able to fit into a spot, and you'll be like, where are we going to stay?
Right.
So we talked about this before about, gosh, flexibility has to be your middle name.
It really has to be your middle name. At the point where I start getting really frustrated is when it's so many challenges. They seem to kind of like come in threes.
They stack up.
Right now we have 3 big ones that we're dealing with. And when they become time consuming and taking away from, adventuring or getting your work done, that's kind of the point where I'm like, oh, this is so frustrating. But we get through it and we move forward.
So number 4 is expect inconvenience. Consider every plan you make to be crushed at a moment's notice. Oh my gosh, I guess we were kind of leading into that.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. Well, he also says, 1 minute you're cruising along on the freeway for hours, suddenly your trailer springs brake and you barely make it off. Now for the next day and a half, you are stuck in a place you've never heard of. If you have a trailer, unhook and find a local attraction or restaurant to while I guess, to enjoy while you're dealing with that challenge. So,
Right.
I mean, that's great advice. I mean, you've had that experience prior where, you were broken down in an area for a long time, but you ended up just like, oh, this is a nice area. And, you find good restaurants and things to do. And you're like, oh, you would have never done that otherwise. So it really opens up opportunity.
Right. First time leaving on our full-time journeys from Minnesota. We're heading toward the Black Hills of South Dakota. And all of a sudden I had a truck issue, and I had to leave the RV there. We got a site for 6 weeks, which was amazing, and take the truck back to get it worked on. But right, sometimes, and we've said this before, and it's a great quote, sometimes the unexpected places that you have to camp at because of breakdowns are the most amazing places.
Yeah. Oh, we actually had a blowout in Tennessee, and we ended up staying last minute in this place on the water with a mountain view, and it was really nice. So yeah, you never know what to expect, what's around the corner. Try to find the positive in the situation and try to keep your head together. And that could be a challenge sometimes, but try to stay on the positive side of things and know it's all going to work out. That's the thing, is like being able to be more relaxed about it, I think helps.
Right. And just when you make plans, plan for those plans to be broken.
Yeah.
It's really like we have all these campgrounds booked the next several months, but it's like
anything could happen.
Things are going to happen, Things are going to change, and we're going to change with them.
Right.
So.
All right, number 5, to be a happy camper, says do not be a control freak or perfectionist. Eee, really? Yikes, maybe I've been doing it wrong. You'll be defeated. Hell, you might end up in divorce, is what he says.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, this has been rough on couples, doing this.
Yeah.
Some people definitely do it for a while and they're like, I'm done. Not necessarily with the relationship, but we're not going to do this.
Well, you are living in a very, very small space, and especially if you're working from your RV and living together and adventuring together, you're spending a lot of time together. So make sure you really, really love the person you're going to be living in a small space with. That's advice number 1.
It will trust
your relationship.
It will test your relationship.
Yes, it will. Well, and you also learn that when you do have a disagreement, to address it right away, move through it, and come back together. And because this is a lot of teamwork,
right?
And it's important, especially if you're getting ready to move the RV, if you're getting ready to hook it up or you're backing it up. Make sure you're in a good space mentally. Because it seems like when we've been stressed or, might be arguing about something or disagreement about something, things seem to go wrong.
Right. When you're negative. I was thinking the same thing when you started to say that. You need to be able to maybe even set things aside. If you can't talk it out in the moment, you need to be able to say, well, honey, I need to pull the RV out, so I need to be in a good space right now. Because if you're mad at somebody and you're making it very aware that you're mad at them and they need to move the camper, that is a bad mix.
Not advised.
Yeah, that's when bad things happen.
Yeah.
And you need to be able to say, like, I know this is a bad situation, we're arguing right now, but you got this, we'll be fine, blah, 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 whatever. But try to be positive and definitely don't be fighting while you are doing major things.
Right. And I mean, you can find yourself being a little more frustrated with the RV lifestyle because there are more challenges. So, I mean, really, it's all opportunity for growth. It really is, in your relationship and just in life in general.
For sure. I guess I've got number 6, huh?
All right.
It's better if you're not a clean freak. I've seen them, usually women, but men too. I get tired of watching them. Relax.
I get tired just watching them.
Relax. Unless it's a health issue, the dust and gravel is not going to kill you. We always clean up right after setup. Then we sweep the floors and shake out the rugs at breakdown. She vacuums every other day depending on shore power or boondocking. If you are in a fancy spot for long-term, neat freaks are welcome. It's your cup of tea. You can probably speak to this, huh?
I can, right. Well, when we're boondocking, I noticed that the RV floors get nasty really quick. And it has to be a daily clean. And yes, everybody has their different levels of what's tolerable or acceptable or clean to them. And, some of us have a little bit more. I like to do the floors every day if I can. I don't always get to do them every day, but there's nowhere really to put shoes when you come in the door. Things get tracked in quickly and easily. I feel like I clean more in the RV than I did in a house or even a smaller, like, townhouse. I clean a lot more. You have to. But, everybody has different levels. I don't feel like I'm a neat freak about it. I feel like I'm pretty relaxed about it, but still want things clean.
Right. I definitely think that, if you're a neat freak, don't boondock.
No. No.
That is going to drive you nuts.
Especially because you're limited on water usage. And when you're limited on water usage, you don't do dishes quite as often because you're saving water for your shower or to wash your hands or drink water. And dishes can start piling up, and that's something that used to really bother me. But it's something I've been able to relax about, let it go. It's not that important that all the dishes get done every day, and water was more important. So you learn to shift priorities. Oh, so number 7, how to be a happy camper. I think I'll let you take this one. It's about purchasing RVs.
Okay. So number 7 is don't go big on your first RV purchase. RVs lose value quickly. If you spend $100,000 on your first rig and your wife decides we are done camping, which could happen.
It could happen.
As we discussed earlier.
Yeah.
You'll lose up to $50,000 to get out from underneath it. That's true. Maybe these days you might not lose as much, but definitely you will lose money. New verse used at this point is 6 of one and a half dozen of another. Typically the worst year of repairs is year 1. Then about 5 or 6 years of age, things start wearing out. I'll probably disagree with that. I think around 2 or 3 years, I think we're running into some things right now.
Yeah, but I think initially you do have some kinks to work out. It's the shakedown that people call the shakedown.
I agree with that for sure.
Right. You take out the RV and then, it goes out for its first earthquake ride because that's what it's like. And, things are going to start coming off the walls, trim or whatever. Things start shaking loose.
Right.
And it's important, too, to make sure you're tightening. We had this experience, a ceiling fan. They said, every time you move, you should tighten the screws. I'm like, we've never done that. No wonder it fell down.
Right, in our other RV.
Yeah, we just didn't expect that to happen. Yeah, we don't have ceiling fans in our current RV. But, I think the initial shakedown, and then maybe a couple of years later, things start wearing down.
And Thomas goes on to say, please disregard if buying an Airstream. Brick, bleep house, and very pricey per square foot. You are making an investment. Yes, Airstream, some of the highest quality RVs out there for sure. I would say look for a 1 to 3 year old rig that looks like it didn't get pulled 20K miles. Always get help from a veteran RVer.
Well, that's kind of what we did.
Yeah.
Ours was, a year old when we bought it?
Yeah, roughly.
And it had been on one long trip down to Texas from Wisconsin and back. And so it had been very few miles. It was brand new. He had already had the shakedown, which was perfect.
Right. And we got a great deal on it.
Got a great deal on it. So we highly recommend going that route.
Especially with these prices. Yes. I don't even want to tell you guys what we paid when we're walking around looking at the prices on the new Momentums. I mean,
Sticker shock.
Definitely.
Shock.
So this is such great advice.
It really is. And I want to add to that too, if you're thinking about going RVing and you've never RV'd before and you don't know if your wife or your partner, whoever, is going to like it, we recommend renting. Rent an RV, take it on a voyage, see how it goes.
Right, or borrow a friend's RV. and you just don't know if you're gonna like it at all.
Well, I mean, it's a huge learning curve. There's a lot you're gonna have to do that maybe you don't know about. Like you don't know what it's gonna be like to empty a black tank, or there's just so many things that people they don't realize what they're getting into, and it all sounds so dreamy. It's going on the road and going on these epic adventures, and that's what you have in mind. Well, what you don't think about are the challenges you're going to have.
Right, and even more than just a weekend. Like literally, can you take a month off and go out and go? That will kind of resemble what full-time RV living
Yes, I agree.
is
That's
like.
great.
And we've also said that get the camper you can afford now.
Yep. Just to get out there.
Yeah, don't spend $100K. Yeah,
No.
What used $10,000 camper can you find? You can always sell it down the road. You might get the same or a little bit more money out of it if you take care of it. Then you just you get into a nicer one. We've talked to so many people here. They're on their 5th and 6th RVs, and they started in a tent.
Yep.
Then a pop-up, in a small travel trailer.
You just progress through.
Right, and you don't have to be like we did, jumping into a big, huge RV right away.
So lesson learned?
Well, I don't know.
You had experience with RVing prior, so you knew what you were getting into.
Right.
And, you decided to go big for whatever reason.
Definitely. So I think you have number 8.
Alrighty. And number 8 of how to be a happy camper.
Are y'all happy out there?
Yeah. It says your partner and you must be a good team. She does this while you do that. Double check each other. Yeah, and that's just reiterating what we said earlier. It's like, being your team. You got to work together and.
Right, and make sure that the other person knows this is part of being safe and making sure everything gets done. Because some people don't like you checking the work. They think you don't trust them to do it right, and that's not what it's about.
Right.
It's about recognizing that we're all human.
Yes, we all make mistakes. There's a lot to learn here, and the checklist is long. So if you're stressed or you missed anything, you're in a hurry,
or tired,
it's good to kind of check behind each other to make sure everything really got done.
Right. I mean, when you're tired, it's been a long day. It's just you miss things, and you want to be double checked.
We're human. It happens.
Exactly.
Yeah. So he goes on to say, now my perspective is of a MacGyver with a healthy dose of manual reading and a background of mechanical aptitude with a small budget. If you are a person of means and are very patient, you don't need handy skills. But knowledge of basic mechanics are very useful for many normal RV chores. You should know what level means. You should be able to check components and know what to look for. You should know how to check tires and bearings. You should familiarize yourself with all your systems. Manual literature should be at hand at all times, and many is online as well. Download at home and save in your computer or phone or print them out, which is best, is what he says. Or if you really like a challenge, just jump in and learn as you go. Hey, a lot of people do that.
A lot of people
We're
do
still
that.
learning as we go. But that method is least likely to sell you on RVing as a lifestyle. But hey, some people just roll that way. Now don't be scared. Time to start the adventure if you think I described you. Happy camping is what he says.
Yay, I love that. I love this post by Thomas Goodman.
Right, so you can be either a person of means and be able to hire out the work, or you can be someone that has a tighter budget and learns how to do all these things. And that just goes along with everybody does things their own way, and there's no one right way. We take a lot of heat sometimes for not changing our own tires, but we're very busy, and it's something that we can, our insurance, or what is it that covers that?
Yeah, it's covered.
Yeah,
Extended warranty covers the blowout.
Why not? Why should we do it ourselves when we can injure your back, or it's so that's what we choose to do, and if people are critical of it, that's fine. But, we're doing things our way, in the way that makes us happy, and you need to be doing things your way and what makes you happy.
And, what we say is there are infinite amount of choices
Infinite.
on how to do this lifestyle.
Right.
I mean, other than certain ways that you must do something, there's a lot of flexibility in there.
There's different kinds of RVs. There's different pace of travel. Some people like to move, and we like to take things slower. So it's just so different for everyone.
There was a comment from Loretta on this post, which I thought was great. One thing she wanted to add, don't be afraid to ask for help. Most people that are camping or full-timing know things, and if they don't know them, they'll point you in the right direction to get help. Again, this community is so
amazing.
Awesome.
I've never been around such an amazing group of people. What do you think about this place here, the pod?
Yeah.
It's awesome. The pod for podcasts.
Right, exactly. For some reason, they won't let us take it with us.
I know. I told them they just need to, what is it called when people, caravan. Told them they need to caravan with us. And we just have like this podcast station everywhere we go.
So Rob, can you just follow behind us with this, and then we'll have a place to make these podcasts, easily.
That would be so cool.
And again, some people have extra stuff that maybe isn't solved by all of our tips, and that's where the work that you and Logan are doing is so important.
Yeah, so you can feel good when you are exploring and adventuring and traveling, because that can be stressful. I mean, it was really stressful for me with PTSD. So, and we can clear people of any anxiety, depression. I mean, it just covers everything. It's incredible. We're going to put the links down below to the test, to our websites, our booking websites.
Right, and come on out here to Charleston, Saturday, May 21st, 1 o'clock, Marion Square. Logan's going to be here as well. I know a lot of you have been asking about Logan, and he'd love to chat with you guys as well.
Yeah, and if you've had this therapy, come let's talk about it, because it's exciting. And if you want to go ahead and have it done before you meet us out here, that would be awesome too. And if you have any questions, we're here to answer your questions.
Yeah, you've got a few spots left available yet for May.
Yes.
And we can't wait to see you guys here or see you on the road. We are doing the East Coast.
And we're going to be doing more meetups.
Right. We'll let you know as those come up. But thanks so much for watching, guys. We can't wait to see you in person or see you on the road.
Yes, from historic Charleston, South Carolina.
Right. And remember to be a happy camper and to enjoy your journey. Bye, guys. Yeah, this tree right here, right? Citadel, that tree.
Flag.
This is where we plan to be.
Flag.
Oh, and bring chairs.
Bring chairs.
Bring chairs.
Yes, or a blanket to sit on, or a sheet or something.
Yes.
Yeah, you can actually, that would be fun to go to the farmer's market. They have some really good food, like the food trucks, and then you can come sit on the lawn.
Oh, right.
Yeah, the food trucks, so have a nice lunch, and we'll hang out, and we need some they'll have live music out here probably. They usually do. So, perfect.
Cool.
Yeah.
And if this spot doesn't work, we'll adjust.
We'll find, if this is taken up by a bunch of hippies hugging the tree, we'll find another place to hug a tree.
See you here. You can tell how prepared we are.
Afterthoughts.
Right. What we'll do is, since it worked out really...
Afterthoughts, take 2.
So what we'll do, since it worked out really well last time, was we'll set up an Eventbrite link down below where you can just get your free tickets. You don't need the tickets, but it helps to let us know how many people are coming.
Yeah.
And just to get an idea if it's going to be, a couple dozen of us or a few hundred. I mean, I don't know how many people are in this area, but it will be fun either way.
Yeah, it is kind of remote off the main highway, a little bit far, but like 30 minutes, I don't know. But yeah, come see us.
Yes. Historic Charleston. And there is easy parking and a parking ramp as well.
Right next door to the Francis Marion Hotel, and it's right across the street from Marion Square. It's just overlooking Marion Square, so it's perfect.
Yeah, it's cheap.
Yeah, and there's street parking too, so we'll see you.
See you here. And we are not gonna, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, I just heard you make a noise back there. And we are not going to be alone at this meetup.
No, we have a special guest, and you may recognize him.
Oh, do that again.
Take two.
So we're getting ready to go down this really narrow street on King Street, and there's a camper van next to me, and I don't think we're both going to fit side by side. I hope they're turning. Oh, they're going straight.
Yeah.
Oh no, they turned. I was like, we are both not gonna look at these cars. Just
Yeah.
go ahead and point it.
Don't bring your RV down here. Not enough room.
And then people open their doors. They just open their doors.
Actually, don't even bring your dually pickup truck down here either.
Yeah.
What are you doing over there?
I don't know. Breaking stuff. No, I got caught on this and it caught and started swinging. I don't know what to do with it now.
Okay.
It's so goofy. What is he doing?
That's right, guys. We're going out to eat.
We're going out to eat.
We're going out to eat.
We rarely do that, but when we do.